poem about how I dream of that gleam in your eye. I want to shout, but all that comes out is my. I want to sing of flowers in spring, but oh dear, when you're near, I just die. I want to sing and can't sing a thing, but my. I should say, oh, how lovely. I should say, ah, how sweet. I could have Shakespeare at the tip of my tongue, but every time we meet, I look at you, and what do? I get weak, I can't speak, I just sigh. And though I try, the best I can sigh is my. You're sort of sweet and strictly elite. Not too bold, not too cold, but so shy. You're sort of sweet the way you repeat my. You're kind of smart the way you're capturing my heart with that line, you divine sweetie pie. You're sort of smart to make a fine art of my. I could say how intriguing, or I could say how pretty. I could have Webster in the palm of my hand, but every time we meet, dead pigeon, you don't do bad. In fact, I might add, you're my type times right, sugar pie. Why, Josephine, that's just what I mean by my.
Slap that bass, slap it till it's dizzy. Slap that bass, keep the rhythm busy. Zoom, 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 misery, you got to go. Slap that bass, use it like a tonic. Slap that bass, keep your philharmonic. Zoom, 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 and the milk and honey'll flow. Dictators would be better off if they zoom, zoom now and then. Today you can see that the happiest men all got rhythm, in which case, if you want to bubble, slap that bass, slap away your trouble, learn to zoom, 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 slap that bass. Zoom, 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 the world is in a mess. With politics and taxes and people grinding axes, there's no happiness. Zoom, 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 rhythm leads your ace. The future doesn't fret me if I can only get me someone to slap that bass. Happiness is not a riddle when I'm listening to that big bass fiddle. Slap that bass.
Slap those beats.
I said slap that bass.
We said slap those beats.
All right, slap that bass and I'll slap these feet. Well, slap my face. Can he slap that bass?
Beat.
Bass.
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 Beat.
Latin from Manhattan. You can tell by her manana. She's a Latin from Manhattan and not Havana. Well, she does the rumba for us, and she calls herself Dolores. She was in a Broadway chorus known as Susie Donahue. She can take a tambourine and whack it, but with her it's just a racket. She's a hooper from 10th Avenue. She's a Latin from Manhattan. She's a 42nd Streeter. She's a Latin from Manhattan, Senorita Donahue.
She's a Latin from Manhattan. You can tell by her manana. She's a Latin from Manhattan and not Havana. Though she does the rumba for us, and she calls herself Dolores, she was in a Broadway chorus known as Miss Susie Donahue. She can take a tambourine and whack it, but with her it's just a racket. She's a hooker from 10th Avenue. She's a Latin from Manhattan, just the 42nd Streeter. She's a Latin from Manhattan by the name of Senorita Donahue. She's a Latin from Manhattan, just a 42nd Streeter. She's a Latin from Manhattan by the name of Susan Z, otherwise known as Sophie, otherwise known as Senorita Donahue.
There is a rib joint where the folks all meet.
Oh, when you say rib joint, that's my favorite sweet.
It's not so high class, but it can't be beat. Between 18th and 19th on Chestnut Street, you'll hear piano played by Stacy Trent.
Stacy, that's my man. He's the biggest boogie-woogie gent.
You ought to stop there if your pleasure bent. Between 18th and 19th on Chestnut Street. Come along some night.
That's what I will, that's what I will. When I'm feeling right, wear a cloud for a hat. Now tell me, do I have to have a reservation?
Yes, you do, if you want daybreak syncopation. That's where the hoity-toity.
Well, that's for me.
Meet the harper lord.
Oh, tell me more about it.
The man that owns it is Sylvester Brown.
I know his girlfriend, Bessie, wears a rhinestone gown.
It's on the south side, on the edge of town, between 18th and 19th on Chestnut Street.
Tempo de bucket now.
There is a rib joint where the folks all meet. Meet every morning for to drink and for to eat.
It's not so high class, but it can't be beat.
Between 18th and 19th down on Chestnut Street.
Ah, there's that Stacy Trent.
That's that famous boogie-woogie gent, man.
You ought to stop there if your pleasure bent.
Between 18th and 19th down on Chestnut Street.
Come along some night, if you're feeling right, wear a cloud for a hat. I'll have to advise you now, you'll need a reservation to catch yourself some of that daybreak syncopation. That's where the hoity-toity meet the harper lord. My favorite people.
The man that owns it is Sylvester Brown. His girlfriend Bessie wears a rhinestone gown. It's on the south side, on the edge of town, between 18th and 19th on Chestnut Street. 18th.
What's the phone number?
19. Don't call, you come right on over. Between 18th and 19th down on Chestnut Street.
Give me 5 minutes more, only 5 minutes more. Let me stay in your arms. Here am I begging for only 5 minutes more, only 5 minutes more of your charm. All week long I dreamed about our Saturday days. Don't you know that Sunday morning you can sleep late? Give me 5 minutes more, only 5 minutes more. Let me stay in your arms.
Torn that it tumbles to the ground. Just a tumble down shack, and it's built way back about 25 feet from the railroad track. Lingers on my mind most all of the time. Keeps calling me back to my little old shack. I'd be just as sassy as Haile Selassie if I were king. Wouldn't mean a thing. Put my boots on tall, read the writing on the wall, and it wouldn't mean a thing, not a doggone thing. There's a queen waiting there in a rocking chair, just blowing her top on Gator's beer. Looking all around and trucking on down, 'cause I'm glad to get back to my shanty town.
finger on my hand. So I said farewell, farewell to love. Oh, I'll never, never fall. No, I'll never, never fall. I swore I'd never fall in love again. Then I lost my heart to the boy who plays the sax. Night after night he recorded tunes on wax. I wanted romance, but he wanted to relax. So I said farewell, farewell to love. Oh, I'll never, never fall. No, I'll never, never fall. I swore I'd never fall in love again. Then he blew his horn and my heart turned upside down. He blew his horn and I bought a wedding gown. Then he blew his horn and he blew right out of town. So once more I shoved romance away. Then next on my list was the gate who beats the drum. He was divine, as romantic as they come, but he made that noise with trouble chewing gum. So I said farewell to my amour. I'll never fall again for a leader or his men. I'm through with all musicians from now on. I'm going back to that shack by that track in Hackensack. I'll marry Jim, maybe Joe, or even Jack. I'm leaving for good, and I never will come back. Goodbye, boys, farewell, so long adieu.
Little girl, don't go away.
No, no, you can't make me stay.
Well, just one moment before you stray. I've got some jive I'd like to play. Glory be.
'Cause you send me when you play, and I just can't go away. So I'll stay, can't go away. When you play, Jack, you're gay. Guess I'm still in love with the leader of, still in love with the leader of the band.
Just time to put on the digging shoes. The ceiling's jumping, swing out the news. He's rocking the place with washboard blues. That solid old man is here again. He's breaking my eardrums a beating out. The hip chicks stomping, just hear them shout. He's bringing them down and round about. That solid old man is here again. Tell me I'm tall or call me shorty. That solid old man is double 40. Whatever you do, won't you do it soon? He drives me crazy just like the moon. I really can't recognize the tune. That solid old man is here again.
just as sweet as he can be. He hasn't even been tipsy since I left him and took to the sea.
There's another waiting in Pomona
with the cutest dimple in his chin. And there's a guy in Daytona who just waits for my ship to come in. I miss him on a bride, I ride him every night. But if you held my hand, I suppose they would all understand. Oh, you mustn't think I'm just a gypsy, but I really ought to set you right. There's a fella waiting in Poughkeepsie, but I'm strictly on my own tonight.
There's a fella waiting in Milwaukee, one of her more gentlemanly folks.
Sometimes he goes to a talkie, but I know that's as far as he goes.
There's a fella waiting in Decatur, and she often sat upon his knee.
I'm gonna look him up later, he made quite an impression on me.
Topeka, Kankakee, Eureka, Tennessee.
I got 'em here and there. What the heck, love is love anywhere.
If you're listening on your walkie-talkie
and you wanna hold somebody tight, there's a fella waiting in Milwaukee, but I'm strictly on my own tonight.
I'm strictly on my own tonight.
Lace up your boots and we'll broom on down to a knocked-out shack on the edge of town. There's an 8-beat combo that just won't quit. Keep walking till you see a blue light lit. Fall in there and we'll see some sights at the house of blue lights. There's fryers and broilers and Detroit barbecued ribs, but the treat of the trees is when they serve you those fine 8 beats. You want to spend the rest of your brights down at the house of blue lights. We'll have a time and we'll cut some rug while we dig those tunes like they should be dug. It's a real homecoming for all those cats, just really down a path, a welcome mat. Fall in there and we'll see some sights down at the house of blue lights. Barbecued ribs, but the treat of the trees is when they serve you those fine 8 beats. You want to spend the rest of your brights